Bless my soul, what can I do? They say my salt beef dinner is a killer. Scott Carson gins and heavy duty fats. It could serve as an elephant filler. Well, I'm as good as death, but I'm sure well fed, cause I love those bucks over riblets. I like to drink that liquor and chew those bones, even though I'm picking my giblets. Put on the beef pudding and the greens, and the carrots and the turnips. Can't you smell that steam? Some new potatoes with a pudding lumpy. No, I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. Now some folks like to eat carrot sticks cause they're afraid they might become a gluttons. I don't like those rabbit foods cause I'm afraid that I might pass buttons. Every Sunday morning while some folks fast to eat food that tastes real crappy. I got my salt beef dinner, I'm cooking on the stove cause I wanna die real happy. Put on the beef pudding and the greens, and the carrots and the turnips. Can you smell that steam? Go ahead, boy. Some new potatoes with a pudding lumpy. Now I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. Jane Fonda likes the wheat, sesame seeds, and Twiggy likes low-fat tofu. They don't live in Newfoundland where the winter wind blows right through you. Now if they lived in Wesleyville where the north wind blows right vicious, they'd enjoy their salt beef dinner just like me and the missus. Put on the beef pudding and the greens, and the carrots and the turnips. Can you smell that steam? That is good, boy. Some new potatoes with a pudding lumpy. Now I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. Be some health food freak who eats alfalfa and bean sprouts. I don't want to live to be 103 if I gotta throw my beef out. When it comes right down to preparing my food, I don't want the germinator shucking. I'll take my chances on a salt beef dinner. I'll keep my head in this bucket. Put on the beef pudding and the greens, and the carrots and the turnips. Can you smell that steam? Sure can, boy. Some new potatoes with a pudding lumpy. Now I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. sliding down the barracks hill beyond the speed of light. Didn't know the heart could beat that fast. Frozen tears on crimson cheeks and toes gone numb with cold, but we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways, as memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more, but hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. Sneaking in on apple trees, pitch dark and numb with fear, driven by the devil's urge for thrills. Stomach pains and muscle strains and fears of mother's wrath, but we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways, as memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more, but hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. Blowing in from Goose Bay Head with a sail reef to the punt, singing, laughing, free from every care. And a northeast breeze that was told to leaves we might be home by dark, but we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways, as memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more, but hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. Rolling in the sawdust bank and jumping in the hay, playing cowboy swimming in the brook. Summers never ended, there were days as long as months, but we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways, as memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more, but hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. I said, hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. Gone are the days and lost are the ways, as memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more, but hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go. I said, hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go.
When you and I knew you love, I felt you open your mouth, but out came a belch, and getting romantic. We drove by the church, you leaned over to whisper, but out slipped a burp. And I waited and waited and waited each day for them three little words that I want you to say. And then finally last evening, after so much had passed, you leaned over and whispered, started so nicely, like a real romance should. Your stomach was rumbling, but you still looked good. You were squeezing and hurting, and I know you was sweet. We was progressing nicely till your gas found a leak. And waited each day for them three little words that I want you to say. And then finally last evening, after so much had passed, you leaned over and whispered, honey. Brought me back home with your mom and your dad. I noticed right away that the air there was bad. You know I love you, little darling. You're the gal of my dreams. But you and your folks, you eat too many things. Three little words that I want you to say. And finally, last evening, after so much had passed, you leaned over and whispered, honey, I got gas.
Attention, all true lovers, come listen to my song. Although you may be bound for a sea, for I won't delay you long. Give me one more drink of whiskey to treat those sailors, and soon I will be sailing in the light of the western stars. Those sailor-tars been bound for the north, where the stormy winds do blow. Although they were light-hearted, not knowing where they go, they don't know but the riding all in those handsome cars, as when they hoist the canvas by the light of the western stars. Then a Newfoundland boy spoke up and said, "'Tis a girl now I must leave, to go and seek my fortunes, if it is God's holy will. I'll drink a health unto her as I did the other tars, and I'll think of her while I sail on by the light of the western stars." Now as we steered along our course, all for some distant land, those western stars they guided us to America so grand. But when I see my fortunes back home again so far, to seek that girl and marry her by the light of the western stars. But when I arrived back home again, they told me she was dead. Those words she said while parting, they still sound in my head. When you were sailing on some ship and underneath her spars, I will pray for you to return again by the light of the western stars. And since my love is dead and gone, I can no longer stay. St. John's, it seems so dismal to me this very day. No wonder in this world for me, since she do sleep so far. But I'll think of her while I sail on by the light of the western stars. But I'll think of her while I sail on by the light of the western stars. Now when I was a younger boy, to the Droke cliff I would stroll, and climb the fence and sit on the rock to view the waters below. It's there I sit and meditate about the men in the sea, and quickly turn my head to the point where fishermen used to be. My thoughts of the trawls, the boats, the traps, it was the thing of the day, and the brook that ran down through the Droke that made its way to the bay. The fish on the flakes, so goodness sakes, it was a sight to be seen, and the capelin rolling on the beach where fishermen used to be. I remember the names of men in the cove who worked so late in the night. They worked the soil and made the hay when the weather it was right. And further down the old long drong, the horses running free, and in the meadows by the brook where fishermen used to be. Now a special time for everyone is about to get underway. The cakes, the bread, the pots of soup is now the talk of the day. The school is lit, the fire is in, with everyone in the glee. For in on the floor there's dancing galore where fishermen used to be. The sea and school are empty now, they were so precious to me. A way of life no longer there is just a memory. But it's hard to forget the days of the past with everyone in their glee. And I think of it now and what it was like where fishermen used to be. I often stroll down to the wharf with my daughter hand in hand. She asked me how it used to be when I was a younger man. It's there I sit and meditate about the men on the sea, and point to all those places where fishermen used to be, and point to all those places where fishermen used to be.
You happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. What are you looking peevish for? Pick your jaw up off the floor. Was you smacked with a 2x4? Well, you're not broke out in sores. You ain't got no disease. Don't go looking for sympathy, 'cause I knows if you was me, you'd be happy. And I knows how hard it's got, and your guts has gone to rot, and your life is all upset, and you're flashing cold and hot. Suck back your nasal drip, stiffen up your lower lip. You're not going to be missed. Talk is just as well to be happy. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. I know the feller once. He was here for several months. He got around with our bunch. We knowed he was out to lunch. No one liked him real good. Well, his mother never could, but well, he was stunned for good. He was happy. And then there's ugly guard. Last year he breaks out in warts. Looks like the living corpse. Girls rather kiss his arse. Stinks like the rotten fish. Tastes like the maggoty flesh. We tolerates him, I guess, 'cause it's just as well to be happy. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. One certain feller here, with none between his ears, one night he got on the beer, stripped out till he was bare, went parading around the town till the cops tracked him down. He's in the mental now, but he's happy. Listen here, take my advice. Make sure you got no lice. Get yourself all smelling nice. Try to straighten out your eyes. Haul your boots up over your pants. Take your partner out to dance, 'cause now you got the chance, and it's just as well to be happy. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. Everybody, sing along. Is you happy? You gotta be happy. You got to be 100%. I suppose. Out your boots, mine now. Go Pacific.
His face was weather-beaten, with scars and lines of strain. Yet he smiled without a reason, didn't seem to feel the pain. One tough old soul who took the punches no matter how they came. Just lived his life as best he could without directing blame. Wore sawdust-covered overalls nails and an old engineer's cap, left wooden chips and sticky myrrh wherever he sat. He sang, "Oh, Helena, Amazing Grace," and "Home on the Range." Showed thankfulness for all he had, never talked about the pain. But he's gone now and left behind the trail that's hard to follow. Learned the lessons, took the pills that we find hard to swallow. But his memories will guide me as I sail the stormy seas. No, I won't forget my old granddad, 'cause he's a part of me. Carved whistle pipes and sailing boats tied funny knots in rope. When you felt your world was upside down, he'd wink and give you hope. He was preacher, teacher, lawyer, doctor, depending on the call. He'd show you how to get back up every time you trip and fall. He always said that a good sharp axe was next to a loving wife. He'd close one eye to check for plum, kept a good sharp pocket knife. And you could graduate with high degree, but there was one thing for sure: you were worth the gall in Granddad's eyes if you couldn't hang a door. General store for 30 years, sold bologna by the ton. For pennies, dimes, and nickels, he kept the town in bubble gum. Never dreamed of riches, glory, fame, kept doing what was right. Passed peacefully from a hard old world one warm September night. But he's gone now and left behind a trail that's hard to follow. Learned the lessons, took the pills that we find hard to swallow. But his memories will guide me as I sail the stormy seas. No, I won't forget my old granddad, 'cause he's a part of me. No, I won't forget my old granddad, 'cause he's a part of me.
Boys, and did you hear this one? 3 guys on the west coast went poaching a moose. There was one in a transport truck, 2 in the woods. And when the coast was all clear, John would make the horn wail, and the boys would lug out the meat. The plan went so smoothly, not one single nick, till an officer came by, did a vehicle check. He asked John to try out his transport truck horn, and the boys lugged out the meat.
There are thousands and thousands and thousands of stories, good ones and bad ones and true ones and sad ones. All kinds of people who can spin you a yarn if you give them the time of day.
Yes, never know. A Clarenville man went to haul out some wood, but the bog in December wasn't froze all that good. And while crossing his pond, he went down to her gut, and it looked like there she would stay. They both struggled fiercely to fight the bog's grip, but the horse gave up quickly, spike shouts and whips, and there was only one thing that poor skipper could do. With his axe he would now end her pain, but while having a smoke he was struck with a shot, and with a flick of his lighter the horse's ears caught, and he pulled on the reins and she struggled with fright, and was saved from a cold boggy grave. Yes,
there are thousands and thousands and thousands of stories, good ones and bad ones and true ones and sad ones, all kinds of people who can spin you a yarn if you give them the time of day.
Now my last little story you might find okay, concerns Mom and her troubles on son's wedding day. She arose in the morning and to her dismay she searched but she couldn't find her teeth. Without her front dentures, what a rough-looking sight, and as the hour grew closer she became more uptight. We searched and we finally found the dog had him buried in the ground. Ha! There are
thousands and thousands and thousands of stories, good ones and bad ones and true ones and sad ones, all kinds of people who can spin you a yarn if you give them the time of day, if you give them the time of day.
The story is told in Big Johnny's face, the story of all those who go. When going ain't leaving its interlude, and those who hope it is so. The story is told in Big Johnny's eyes, how he never wanted all this. In parting his friends remind him so much of all of the things he has missed. The story is Jerry's since '85, and Jerry's got all those great lines. But look, you can read between everyone, he's missed home all of this time. And Pauline's okay, Lester is there, and her patriot daughter and son. They all share the past, but their memories of home are as if they were one. So I wear this hat for all those who left, though I met only a few. And I wear this hat, it's my Inco hat, and remember the jobs that they do. For Inco's a mine, it's a hole in the ground that lured so many away. They spread out all over this country of ours, but I get to come home and stay. Yes, I get to come home and stay. So I'm not saying it's wrong to leave, I'm not saying it's right to stay. All I know is that of all those who left, they talk of leaving again. the mines, the cities or towns, and the jobs that lured them away. They talk of the things that their youngsters don't get, and how growing up here ain't the same. And I know how some of them came to meet on one warm, clear, late April day, to see our show, to see us all go, how we left and they stayed. And I know the tears in Big Johnny's eyes when our visit came to an end. And when Ray played one last familiar tune, I know how they waltzed once again. So I wear this hat for all those who left, though I met only a few. And I wear this hat, it's my Inco Hat, and remember the jobs that they do. For Inco's a mine, it's a hole in the ground that lured so many away. They spread out all over this country of ours, but I get to come home and stay. Yes, I get to come home and stay.
This my first tribute, for I've loved you so long. My heart is weak, yet my voice is strong. I fill you with laughter, I fill you with song, but today I feel there is something so very wrong. You see, I left not saying a word or a final goodbye. The choice was mine and I pondered why. I tried to find fault in your upturned floor, complain too much about your old porch door. And yet it's fitting to want to say, you've been my best friend since I've moved away. I'll share our tales, stories, songs and the like, with folks who saw me, I wear each sight. I spoke to friends who knew you well, who danced in your rooms where most did well. I spoke to loved ones now passed away, who knew of the spot where you once lay. But now that I've returned, you are no more. There's only a memory vision from the old truck door. You poor, tired, heartbroken old thing, what I would give to have you back once again. How cold, how still, how lonely it seems, knowing you're not there but only in dreams. But can you recall the lad who had to go, and who has come back to comfort your soul? Do you remember when you were empty and black? The shutters over your windows, the door at the back, the nailing of the gate, and the fixing of the wire, and a final gaze upon your rooftop, and the lock upon your door. How did you feel when I drove away on that cold, cold November day? Did your rafters, walls, floor squeak? Were you waiting for me to turn so you could speak? Yes, I felt it so, but I knew you had to go. But as I saw you drive away, I too had a tribute to say. Goodbye, dear friend, I've loved you so long. My raft as walls, floors are not that strong. You fill me with laughter, you fill me with song. God bless you, old friend, so long. Thank you.
You see me, Yammie? Ah? You see me, Yammie? My son, you wants to see something go. You remember the vet? Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, the vet. I brought her down from Toronto about 10 years ago, I suppose, yeah. Trip from Toronto to Gander, 1,800 road miles. Made the trip in 13 and a half hours. Yeah, including a 5-hour ferry ride. Cops couldn't ticket what they couldn't see. Scrapped her. Last winter, scrapped her. Yeah, scrapped the vet. Took the engine, 454 4-barrel, and put them in Yammie. You know what a Yammie is? Huh? Huh? You don't know what a Yammie is? Yammie, boy. A skidoo with a Yamaha sticker on her. Now, buddy, that could move. My sonny boy, I had to weld the extra track on her just so she could take the strain. My jumping, you should have seen this myself and my brother, eh? Gambo Pond, last match. You know it's Gambo Pond, right? Right on. 18-mile pond, that's what it's called, right, boys? Right on. 17 and a half miles long. Fella that named her was optimistic, see? We was up on the... Wait a minute. Now, before I get ahead of myself, because we had to... Before we got on the pond, we had to go through Droka Woods first. Right, boys? Right on. We had to go through the Droka Woods before we break out on the pond. You know what I'm saying, eh? Yeah. Well, now, hold on now, see, because even before you go through the Droka Woods, you had to go across Stretch of Bog first before you go through the woods and break out on the pond. Right? Right on, yeah, yeah. Well, now, hold on now. Before you could, go across the bog, go through the woods and break out on the pond, you had to get her down over the ditch off the highway, didn't you, boy? Well, right on. Yep. Yeah, but now, hold on now. See, now, even before you could put her down over the ditch, hey, go across the bog, through the woods, and out on the pond, you had to get her off the trailer first, didn't you, right? You spy. I can remember, old man. Brother was on the front, I was on behind, right? Yeah, we had the electric start in her. The way I seen that, I said, starting motor's already on to her. Was 10 pounds. Why take it off when she already weighs 1,000? We rigged up a button up on the left handlebar. Depressed that one, she started up. Now, mind you, we left the manual start on her, to draw up the pull cord, because you never can tell when an emergency might arise and you would have to impress a woman. See, there's not everyone can haul over a V8 with a pull cord. Especially not a 454, but myself and my brother, eh? We got her all built up here in the chest and the muscles and the arms and everything, you know what I'm saying, eh? We can haul her over just like a lawnmower. Rah! Just like that. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes, my son! Grab onto her. Now, most fellas puts the 2 feet up on her and hauls back up. Can't do anything with it. I grabs onto her. And she's going, eh? 454 4-barrel. Now, buddy, I'm going to tell you. Brother gets on the front of her this day. I'm on behind. He takes out a roll of electric tape. You know the electric tape? Electric one? Yep. He tapes his thumb right flat down on the throttle. Wide open, whatever she could suffer. And taped the rest of it all around his hand so she wouldn't slip off. I says to myself, he wants to go fast. I jammed my hand under that little seatbelt was on there for nothing to fit under. Just my sonny boy was right rearing to go, eh? And he reaches up and he deep presses that start button. Oh, God! Just like, you spit the trailer and the car, what was attached to the trailer, 50 feet out from under it. God! Never even touched the bog. First time we come down, we touched ground in the woods. Like a... And she lifts off again. Big log cross trail about that big around. You seen Robin Hood, haven't you? Remember the part where he draws back the bow now? Sticks in. Same thing. 2 skis, broad-sided log. You think that'd slow her down? No, sir. She went on, my son left the 2 skis along. Next time we touched down, out on the pond, going straight up the pond. Mind you now, we couldn't go left, couldn't go right. No skis. Couldn't slack her off, brother had his thumb taped down. I looks at me watch, I says, 17.5 miles, 26 seconds max. If you fired off a 303 behind us, my son, it wouldn't catch up. And then it come to my mind, eh? Because I'm the one in the family with the brains. Triton Brook, up the end of the pond. March month, right? Right on, running in that way, right? Like ducks, right? Float, right? Yammies, right? Don't, right? Right on. I screamed up, brother, slow down! Oh, the thing is, he couldn't hear me, see? Because, like, the words was going behind me, just coming up, like that. Oh, yeah. We was going faster than sound, so although he was only that far ahead of me, he couldn't hear me. I had to grab his head and stick it behind my mouth so that the words would come out of my mouth and pour in his ear. Brother, slow down! And he says, what do you want to slow down for? I said, Triton Brook! And he said, go on, I'm not slowing down. I said, I'm getting off. He said, go on, you wimp. I got off. He's just as well I got sucked into the draft behind her, and I stayed in the same position, and there I was, 2 legs outstretched, same as I was sitting down, going up the pond behind her. I never rinded the arse out of my pants so bad. Since the time in grade 2 I was caught for smoking, eh? Gets up to the end of the pond, old man. There's only a few seconds later, he strikes a rock right up by Triton Brook. Rock about so big as that block there, look. He strikes down and bing, straight up in the air, 75 feet, comes down, slow Joe, into the water, that's it, gone. I came to an abrupt halt on the rock. To be more precise, the rock brought up in me fork. Now, there is a bundle of nerves what goes from the fork to the brain about so big around as your forearm, and every nerve fiber in there was screaming pain. I put it out of my mind. Tough, eh? Tough. Hey, tough. Yes, sir. Only one thing in my mind. Brothers is brothers. Blood is thicker than water, unless the water is frozen. But see, it wasn't frozen, therefore, well, you know what I'm saying. I had to go in for him. I gets over there, strips off on the edge of the ice, observes the swollen parts. Put it out of my mind again. Dove in for him, slow Joe. I find like 5 minutes swimming around underwater, you want a breath of fresh air, eh? I looking around, never seen nothing for a while because all the muck was stirred up, but then I seen a little light come through the muck. Same as a beacon out on the point when it's foggy, eh? Light like that. And then he flash again. I swims over to where he was too, flash again. I feels the front of her, that's the Yammie. I looks around the other side, and there's brother.